It is time to make our SummerSlam 2026 predictions. Well, I wish I felt more hype about SummerSlam, but I hope it's one of these WWE shows where you don't necessarily feel any excitement, but once we get the actual show, it absolutely delivers. That is kind of a common thing in the WWE. But the way WWE structured the card kinda makes me worry. There was one thing I was hoping out of this SummerSlam, and the fact that Cody Rhodes vs CM Punk is not main eventing night 2 of SummerSlam, I think gives us an answer. Let's make our SummerSlam predictions. I did talk about SummerSlam a lot, so in this video, I'm mostly going to talk about the actual prediction and what WWE are most likely going to do. Let's start with Brock Lesnar vs Wwe Feami. This is a very exciting match, one of the most exciting SummerSlam matches actually. When it comes to in-ring action, I know it's two big men who are not going to do anything that wild, but I'm honestly finding this match to be the most interesting because it's a Hell in a Cell match and possibly the last Brock Lesnar match in the WWE. Now, I did mention how I do hope Brock Lesnar stays because we need that Brock Lesnar versus Braun Breaker match. Braun is losing a lot of momentum. A match against Brock could definitely benefit him. So in this match, I think it's pretty easy. I don't see WWE making Wwe Feami lose. Even with the recent flops and fumbles when it comes to the WWE, I think that would be too wild of a prediction, people. So I'm going with Wwe Feami in this one. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Another quite interesting match for very odd reasons. Obviously, Nick Aldis is going to wrestle in the WWE for the first time, so I do find that quite intriguing, right? Easy to predict. Gunther is going to win this match. Obviously, another prediction could be Drew McIntyre making his return, Adam Pearce getting involved, which I think is quite possible, but I think for now it's quite as simple as Gunther taking the W and we kinda move. That's about it. My prediction is Gunther da General. The Bloodline vs Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa. What I would hate is obviously Solo Sikoa turning on LA Knight. I quite like this babyface run, especially after Monday Night Raw, which was an absolutely horrible episode, but, you know, I like this energy. I think he's a natural babyface. He's very charismatic, and a heel character was kind of holding him down in a weird way, which rarely happens actually. It's easier to be a heel in the WWE, I think so. I could go with a prediction that Solo Sikoa is going to turn on LA Knight, but I feel like, again, he's a good babyface. Why would WWE do that? So my prediction is going to be the babyface team takes the dub. There is a reason LA Knight is trying to get to the Bloodline. He always comes up short, but he always tries to get to Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins or whoever is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Mostly the Bloodline. It was always about Roman Reigns, but he never actually got that match. Well, lately at least, right? So I believe LA Knight is going to get that W to get some momentum. So that is going to be my prediction. If Solo turns on LA Knight, I think that will be very, very super underwhelming. Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Championship. Again, we already seen that match, not necessarily excited, although I know it's going to be a pretty decent match. Honestly, could be the match of the night if booked correctly, because it has Io Sky. Liv Morgan is also quite good. Am I the only one who doesn't really give a shit who wins this match? I don't think I'm the only one. Doesn't really matter to me. I don't think we got enough during this Liv Morgan Championship title, and maybe WWE feels the same way, so I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan in this one. The build was kinda ass in my opinion. The 6-women tag team match, Fatal Influence versus Nikki, Brie, and Paige. This is not for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, I believe, which is kinda possible. I mean, the New Day, all three of them held the tag team championships. Freeboard rule or something like that, right? I don't think this is for the championship. To a very specific audience, this is probably interesting. I don't really care that much. There was a build. Like I've said, there was a build. They were on television every week. They were fighting, so it makes sense why this match is happening on a premium live event. And of course, we need to get more women. The reason I'm not really talking a lot about these women's matches this year is because they are not that interesting. They're really not. WWE absolutely fumbled all of these rivalries. I'm gonna go with the babyface team. Just a simple moment of Brie and Nikki reuniting. That's about it. Finally, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. I do want a heel turn. I really want that heel turn. I want something big to happen. Preferably Cody turning heel. But the fact that this is not main eventing night 2 kinda gives me an answer. Night 2 is always a bit more important. If Cody was about to turn heel, WWE would book this match at night 2 of SummerSlam. Unless something even bigger is going to happen happen at night 2, perhaps The Rock returning, I have no idea. But it kind of gives me an answer that we are not going to get that, unfortunately. I honestly do believe it's going to be underwhelming. I believe CM Punk, that is going to be my prediction, CM Punk retains the WWE Championship in a bit of a technicality. He wins the match, but it's almost like a double tap or something like that, where the referee sees a different version of what we see, right? Because WWE will want to protect Cody Rhodes, but it's also too early for CM Punk to lose the WWE Championship. It has a lot of potential. This match could go either way, could go absolutely crazy. You know, it could create a SummerSlam moment, but I just don't see WWE doing that. So all in all, my prediction is CM Punk retains by some shenanigans, technicality, and since it's happening on night 1, which I know, crazy moments do happen on night 1, but it's Cody Rhodes, the face of the company, kinda turning heel, it would be on night 2, people. It would definitely be on night 2, so it ain't gonna happen. Now let's talk about night 2 of SummerSlam. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, winner faces WWE Champion sometime. No idea when, but he is going to face the WWE Champion, either CM Punk or Cody Rhodes. So, since I said CM Punk is my prediction, well, hopefully he's winning, right? I believe it's going to be Sami Zayn. I believe there is a bigger story than Finn Balor versus CM Punk. Finn Balor versus CM Punk, we saw 2 title defenses. When it comes to CM Punk and Sami, we got 2 matches. One was a #1 contenders or something like that, and the other one was the WWE Championship, so Sami gets his rematch, right? And he fits into the story. He has history with CM Punk, with Cody Rhodes, so I believe he's going to blend in just fine. I'm mostly excited about just the match itself. Like, you have the stories, you have the matches you don't care about, you have the money matches, and then you have Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, which is just kinda interesting, even if it happened on a random episode of SmackDown. So my prediction is Sami Zayn. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. Expect a lot of celebrities. I want live concerts. I want basketball balls. I want everything. I want it all. Not really. But you get my idea. I don't expect anything out of this match, just more cringe. You know, we're bringing back the word cringe, people, to professional wrestling after that concert we got on Monday Night Raw. I don't give a shit. I don't care. It's a comedy match. Maybe the crowd will pop. I don't really care. Danhausen is winning because he never lost so far. Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. Again, I'm asking the same question. Why is Carmelo Hayes not in this match? Should be a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way match. Baron Corbin returning for SummerSlam, even though I like Baron Corbin, right? He's a very safe, good worker. It just doesn't make sense. I get the idea, though, I guess. Trick Williams beating a big guy, and that's gonna be my prediction. Trick Williams retains the championship, but it's a bit odd, something you could never truly predict. And somebody said, so they release Sheamus, they let him go, and bring back Corbin. If you look at it that way, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But, you know, it's all about the money, the contracts, TKO, all of this bullshit. The Intercontinental Championship match, Penta versus Chad Gable. There is only one decision you can make, the WWE. I do like Penta. Chad Gable's story, to me, is important. Yes, he needs to win the Intercontinental Championship. He should win the Intercontinental Championship. And in my opinion, people, I feel like WWE kind of know that. It's SummerSlam. It's about creating a big moment. He didn't win the IC Championship on all of these other premium live events 3 years ago, I believe. He didn't win it at Raw, SmackDown, anything. Since it's SummerSlam, now is the time to do it. So this would be a major fumble. I feel like WWE even know that. So my prediction is going to be Chad Gable finally gets the big one. He wins the Intercontinental Championship. I didn't see Sheamus finishing his story, you know, becoming a Grand Slam champion by winning the IC Championship. Now what I want Chad Gable to do that. I want him to finally get the championship, the singles championship in the WWE. Interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match. So one participant is unclear, so we are probably going to see some kind of a return. Could be Becky, I guess. Could be AJ Lee. You know, it's SummerSlam, anything could happen, probably won't, but you get my idea. I want Chelsea Green to win, obviously. I think that would just create such a great moment, and what a twist. You know, the creative didn't really believe in her that much. They saw her as somebody who builds a bunch of Charlotte Flairs, like mini houses, a bunch of Charlotte Flairs. You know, she gets fed to a bunch of Charlotte Flairs. The winner is Jade, probably, or Charlotte Flair. I'm just looking at Rhea. Rhea is not vacating the championship. What makes sense? Either Jade or Charlotte Flair. It's very tough actually to predict that. I'm gonna go with Charlotte Flair in this one because there's already a story between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. I believe that is the match WWE are going for. Finally, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. It all kind of depends on whether Roman Reigns is going to stay after SummerSlam, which is kind of unlikely in my opinion at least. The problem I have with this match is that I don't care who wins. It doesn't really make that much of a difference to me unless we get a twist. Now, I told you I would hate Solo Sikoa interfering and revealing that he was always with the Bloodline. I told you that like 59 times already, so you get my idea. Another scenario is The Rock coming back and he sets up Roman Reigns versus Rock. Wouldn't be that crazy of a prediction because it's happening on night 2. I feel like CM Punk versus Cody is far superior to this match we didn't see in the WWE for a very long time, but somehow, some way, this is actually main eventing night 2. I find that quite weird unless something big happens. We're probably going to get a brand new Bloodline member or some shit like that. I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns actually retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, and I don't necessarily mind that because I've seen Seth Rollins with that World Heavyweight Championship for so many times, for so many months. And sure, Roman Reigns being a champion is not necessarily fresh, but we need more. We only got like Jacob versus Roman, and that's about it. When you really think about it, WWE is not that exciting right now, and they know it probably. I believe that's the reason why WWE could actually make Roman Reigns stay for a little longer. I mean, he is a draw. And these are my SummerSlam 2026 predictions. This is a second channel. Make sure to subscribe. A bunch of content is going to be uploaded to this channel. A bunch of weird ass shit, random shit. When I feel like turning on a camera and making a tier list or talking about something random that happened in professional wrestling, or just looking at championships, they look good, just random ass shit, I'm gonna upload it on this channel. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. The great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.